everyone, and welcome to DBS's second live show for the 2022 Drake release. Thank you for coming in and tuning in on your Friday afternoon.
If you're seeing Emma and Patty on your screen right now, that means you scanned the right QR code, which was on the DBS flyers all around campus.
And if you're not, then you must have scanned the QR code that the golf tent from the carnival scattered all over campus. But don't worry about scanning random QR codes you find on the ground. We've all been there, right, Patty?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about the free crypto I won when I scanned a QR code on a lamppost once. I should have won a free hat.
But you didn't because you couldn't make a single putt.
I'm telling you, it was on a hill.
Right, because here in Iowa we are known for our hilly landscapes. Speaking of things we're known for, this past Monday, DBS attended the Beautiful Bulldog Contest and met some of the contestants.
Let's meet those pretty puppos.
The audio didn't sound on the record, so... Oh, can you elaborate what you're saying? just got word that there was no audio on that video. Sorry about that, but don't worry. It'll be posted to our YouTube channel within the next couple of days. And congrats to Bam Bam. You can find a plethora of Bam Bam content at BamBam_the_meatball on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody wanted Bam Bam to win.
Did you have anyone in mind, Patricia?
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone out there wanted Kevin to win.
Oh, well, we know that the most beautiful bulldog won, and it wasn't really even close, so...
At least the meatball is a cute for a living. You do professional dress up and make up for a living.
It's called theater, you wench.
I'm not a tool. You're a tool.
A wench isn't a... Our producer, Natalie, said that we have our field reporter, Zoe, live at the Blue Oval.
Take it away, Zoe.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zoe Genesis, and I'm here live at the right behind me is the Blue Oval, where it's asking Kevin to meet me all morning. We got here at right early 8 a.m., and at 8 a.m. I was fast asleep. However, there has been social conditions with the windy weather and the rain early in the day. Honestly, I don't know how they do it, but it's all super impressive. I got the pleasure to come here earlier today and take a look. And what these actors do is incredible. I've been able to know 100-meter dash, 100-meter sprint, 100-meter run, jump. Honestly, I'm not really sure. But 100 meters sure sounds like a lot. But honestly, what these athletes do is incredible. They've been running all day and it's incredible stuff. It's all amazing. And you've probably seen them running around and just ready. These athletes have come from all across the state, all across the country, all across the world, really. And the Tigers have been seeing them all over. If you get the chance, definitely come check it out. After all, this is about more than just the Tigers event, and there's so much fun and exciting stuff going on right here. Definitely be sure to check it all out. And there's even food outside, and it's just an amazing experience. Like, just definitely come and take a look at it. It's incredible. And with that, let's head back to the studio with Emma and Patty.
Well, you'll have that line, and I'll say that line, and once they say that line, you just get mad and storm off.
Okay.
Self-impromptu.
Thanks, Zoe. Duke students have been buzzing all year about relay season. Glow Together has been a great way for everyone in the Duke community to come together and celebrate. There has been such a spark of imagination.
Just like someone has sparked my desire to forget about this show through copious drinking at Peggy's this weekend.
I can't work in these conditions.
While we go find Patty, here's a quick word from one of our sponsors. Hey, Bulldog. Do you live in a dorm with a car on campus? Do you waste your precious time looking for a parking spot and then end up parking somewhere possibly illegal? Hey, I'm Randy Starr, and I'm here to help you. Buying a parking pass from the school? Practically useless. The lofts are an awkward distance from most of the dorms. Tiny, not suited for the amount of parking passes sold, and the regular student parking pass only gets you access to a limited amount of the lots on campus. Boy, do I have an offer you can't refuse. I'm here to introduce to you residential street parking passes for undergraduate students. The Randy Starr Residential Street Pass will give you the ability to park on a multitude of the residential streets surrounding campus. For a $50 Venmo payment sent to me at Randy Starr Parks My Car once a month, the world can be your oyster and your parking lot. Using the pass is as simple as this. After I receive your Venmo payment, I'll send you a PDF for you to print out and stick it to your windshield. This bad boy will give you free reign to park at any residential street of your choosing off Forest and the University. Well, you must be thinking, what's the catch? There are a few. If
Parking pass is only valid on weekdays during the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. These passes may only be used when no cars are present in the nearby driveways, you don't see anyone walking from inside or outside of their homes, and no dogs are on alert. If you see a car driving down the street, take a lap around the block and park only once the coast is clear.
And if anyone starts asking questions, don't rat me out. For more information, give me and my team a call at 515-555-5554 or visit us on the World Wide Web at www.randystarparksmycar.com.
Don't be without a parking spot this Relays Week. Randy Starr will park your car.
This show is brought to you by Randy Starr. Please contact Randy by calling the number on the back of your Drake ID.
You know, now that I think about it, Randy might be a Drake public safety plant.
Oh yeah, Scott Law, always going above and beyond to keep Drake funded. I mean, keep us safe.
On a more serious note, this week, some members of the Drake community showed up to show their commitment for racial justice on our campus.
Yes, students, faculty, and staff listen to Black student leaders share what the Paint It Black project means to them, and then sign their names as a promise to take active steps to be anti-racist.
The Black Project kind of evolved as a response from student leaders, but also as a call to action for solidarity from the university and from student organizations and from members of the Drake community at large, and really just is supposed to be not a monument, but rather a reminder of the events that happen and the collective responsibility that we all have to be anti-racist on this campus.
This event is important for campus because I feel like a lot of the times Black voices get lost a lot. And I think that this is just a reaffirmation of Black people on this campus and our space on this campus, as well as just the reaffirmation that we belong here, we're accepted here. And I think that this is just a good way to reaffirm that each year. And it just is amazing to see a lot of people that you may not see all of the time, like coming to events, but you definitely are just feeling the love here, and you're feeling all of these people that are here to basically support a lot of Black people, which is amazing.
Well, obviously, some students aren't here because they have class or for whatever reason, but for the students who aren't here just because they don't think that this has anything to do with them, they're wrong. Yeah, we see you. We know he's not present, and I think that speaks enough for itself. I don't even think I have to say anything about the people who aren't here, because the people who are here are the ones that matter, and they're the ones who are doing the work, and those who aren't here are the ones who clearly aren't making an effort, and they're contributing to the problem.
The hope is to foster more participation from our allies at the things like Dear White People, where we can actually talk about things that are geared towards Paint It Black, and then also just geared towards our overall experience as Black people on campus. So it feels great to see a lot of people here, but then it's also, and I'm hopeful that a lot of people will kind of, come to things now, but I just wanted it to be very clear that when you are signing this, you're committing yourself to something that may be uncomfortable.
If everybody here who's signing the circle today decides to commit themselves to anti-racist actions, I think that our classrooms will feel safer, our residence halls will feel safer. And honestly, we've noticed that this is a trend with first-year students because a lot of them are coming from different backgrounds. But the Paint It Black Circle is here, the Paint It Black plaque is here, so that first-years can educate themselves and be reminded of what this means to our campus and to Black students and students of color on this campus. Oftentimes, incidents like this repeat themselves. And so, to look back now in my senior year and realize that I'm leaving in a few weeks, and to have ended off on kind of a note where in February, we had similar notes written on the whiteboards in the library and or whiteboards on the residence halls. It did kind of feel like I started off my first year and then ended it off the same way in my senior year. And so I think that was a little bit difficult and a hard pill to swallow, but at the same time, I do have to reflect on the work that so many individuals have done in these 4 years and realize that a lot of effort has been made and a lot of change is continuing to happen, but at the same time, obviously our work is never going to be done. To Black students and students of color on this campus, you are seen, you are heard, you are valued, and even though it may not feel like that all the time, you are, and continue to keep doing you, continue to keep existing, because that's an example of resistance. And as we continue to try to create moments of joy on this campus and moments of joy in life, that is the ultimate form of resistance that we can express.
Check out the Coalition of Black Students Instagram at Drake_CBS to find out more about events you can attend to support and celebrate Black students on campus.
Speaking of celebrating, students aren't the only ones doing that this week.
That's right, Patrice. I've seen a number of my professors at the West End tent this week. Who knew people in their 40s were so good at binge drinking?
Hundreds of alumni have returned to campus to celebrate Drake University and the Drake Relays this week. But one of them has actually been here all along.
DBS's Olin Minders is here to interview Professor Sandra Henry, a once Drake student and now a Drake professor, and she's going to tell us about her Relays experiences.
Thanks, guys. Sandra Henry is a professor here at the SJM School at Drake. She teaches classes for the digital media production major, which is actually mine. But her connection doesn't just begin as a Drake professor. She was actually a student here. And while she was the first woman to teach me how to use a graphic card, graphic board, we're here to sit down and have a little chat over some wonderfully spicy wings. Sandy, thanks for being here.
Hey, I can't even talk, and we haven't even had any wings yet.
It's the hot sauce.
My pleasure. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so to start it off, I thought we would do a little bit of Tiger Sweet Chili Hot Sauce. Now, the main ingredients here are some chili peppers, vinegar, crushed red peppers, just beautiful, sweet chili hot sauce.
All right, I'm going to put mine on the plate.
Okay. And do you want to talk? So, what do you think the biggest difference is now as a professor participating in relays versus being a student participating in relays?
Well, number one is, when you're a student at relays, you, do the relay stuff, and when you're a professor during relays, you try to stay away from campus. Usually,
yeah.
But see, I have both of those things in me, so I have this conflict. It's like, okay, I want to stay away from here, but I also want to come back. But then it's, how do I come back and not have my students see me doing things?
Mm-hmm.
Because
is that why you were in Vegas? Is that why you spent the last week in Vegas?
No, that is not why I was in Vegas last week. But that would have been a good escape, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would have been a wonderful time. Okay, so obviously you know all about the Peggy's tent. I'm sure you heard plenty of people in your classes talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
What was Peggy's like when you were here? If you want to talk about it, if you're at will.
So Peggy's, by the way, this hot sauce is not hot.
I was going to say, no.
It's good. It's got nice flavor, but totally not hot.
Yeah, for those at home,
yeah,
if you want something
hot,
don't get Tiger sauce.
Nice flavor, but not
hot.
So Peggy's, back in the day, as the old folks say, back in the day, Peggy's was only one storefront in that entire strip mall.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only as now it goes all the way to the end. At the door was the west end of it. So you only had from what was Fong's to that door. So it was this little, it truly was the bar and some booze and a big ass jukebox that played the greatest 50s and 60s and early 70s music on it in the world. So I miss that jukebox more than anything.
Yeah. Did you have any relays activities that you really enjoyed as a student?
Well, Peggy's. Here we go again. I got to stop saying this back in the day stuff, right?
You're dating yourself
we
a
used
little
to have,
bit.
I know I'm totally dating myself. This is so bad. Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Henry's so old. We used to have a parade.
Oh.
We had a parade in downtown on Saturday morning. Yeah, and it was the largest student-organized parade in the nation.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what are we getting the short end of the stick for here?
I don't even know why they stopped doing the parade. It was so much fun because I was on the SAB committee for it,
nice.
And we had fire engines at the end of the parade, and all of the committee would ride literally on top of the fire engine.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, super safe. I'm pretty sure that if Marty Martin saw that, he would be like, liability! Because listen on the roof of a fire engine driving through downtown New York.
Yeah, you probably need a waiver for that to do it today at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So the parade was really super fun.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next hot sauce, which is mango habanero from Buffalo Wild Wings.
That one smelled really good. I'm looking forward to
it did.
that.
I think it's going to be good.
So what's your favorite part of relays?
Oh, that's a great question. Obviously Peggy's. I love the tent. Honestly, I think it's just really cool that we have such a big track event. Like, there's only 2 silver class events. There's really not that many like big meets that go on during the year, and this is like this is one of 2. It's just Penn relays, Drake relays, if you want to qualify for the Olympics.
Yep.
So Gwen Torrance has ran at Drake relays. Michael Johnson's ran at relays. Bruce Jenner's ran at relays. Jesse Owens has run at relays. I think just like the history part of it is really neat.
Ooh, this is good. This is hotter. This is definitely hotter.
This is so hot.
It's got some kick to it.
Oh my god.
I like the mango flavor up front though. That's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Am I gonna out hat you here?
Maybe. But you saw me before.
You're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah,
well,
it's warm.
I'm not a fan of the mango thing. I'm getting sauce everywhere.
Outstanding.
Oh, as we should.
I'm not even gonna say what I was thinking.
All right.
So you wanna hear something? So this one here, this next one on the list, it's made with ghost peppers. There is a beer called Ghost Face Killa.
Okay.
And
okay.
It is made,
some
it
Wu-Tang?
is made with ghost peppers. Okay. I have had this beer twice in my life. The first time I was like, oh, it's not bad, but I don't really want it. And then I was stupid enough to get it again.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, if you had it twice,
and it was like, I don't know, fool me once, whatever, but fool me twice. Why did I get it the second time? I don't know. It still was too hot. But I was like, I'm going to try it again.
So I think what we're going to do to close it out, we're going to try the ghost pepper.
Okay.
If you want to try the ghost pepper and the Lolas.
You want to do that one?
I'm going to do the Lolas.
All right.
We're going to see who can out hot each other. So, or the other. Oh, no.
All right. While we're doing, oh my God, you're insane. You are going to regret this so much, my friend.
I'm going out with a bang here.
You are going out with a bang. So I got to tell you one thing while we're eating this, because you're going to start screaming in pain, and I'm going to be like, you need a pharmacy. So where Peggy's is now, like where it's extended into now, there used to be a pharmacy there in the corner.
That's so boring. Like, respectfully.
Yeah, except for what it was called.
What was it called?
Dick Pharmacy. I am not kidding. No, not even a possessive S on the end of it.
Could you imagine how perfect it would have been if Thongs was named Dongs? Just like dicks got replaced with thongs.
Then you would have Peggy Dick Dong.
We need to stop this on that note. We're running out of time.
I'm going to stay here and eat.
Yeah, we're going to sit here, eat. Have a good relays, guys.
Cheers. Seriously. Dick Pharmacy.
Oh, that's good.
GBS correspondents here at the Relays Carnival out in Helmet Commons.
Today we're going to witness 2 of our very own GBS members going down the 1 Extreme 3 slide, and we're going to catch them right now.
Really fun so far, just to be able to keep this lively again. I'm honestly just like feeling the vibe, you know? There was a really good band here. Relays mug, beautiful. Our role today was to perform at the Relays Carnival, and it was so much fun. We had a great time. There's so much going on. I think now that we're kind of living the mask mandate and more events are happening, everyone's coming in full force for engaging with people again and to see faces and to do things and to be around each other. And it's a little overwhelming considering I still have to graduate. So I have to finish school and I still gotta figure out my life afterwards. But I am enjoying it really well. It's feeling great, and I'm seeing the Peggy's friends tonight. Yeah, that's good. much for tuning in to the Relays Report. And be sure to tune in on Sunday because we only have 2 installments of the Relays Report left. And that's going to be on the foam pit party and the concert. So you're not going to want to miss it.
I'm Sarah Jamil.
And I'm Natalie Novak. Thanks for tuning in.
I got a character design at the carnival, and the artist drew me with buck teeth. Patty, do you think I have buck teeth?
Of course not. You have teeth that are at least $5.
That was kind of good.
Yeah, I know. I have good ideas sometimes.
Yeah, when your shockingly small amount of brain cells decide to run properly. On the topic of running, Drake's track and field team has been preparing for the Drake Relays all year. Let's take a look at Brooke Mullins, a sophomore distance runner from Queensland, Australia, and her journey to the Blue Oval.
My name is Brooke Mullins. I'm from Queensland, Australia. I'm a sophomore here at Drake on the track and field team, and I kind of specialise in the 3,000 metre steeplechase. How I got into the sport, I guess, growing up, I was just kind of good at it. I didn't really start training until I was 18 years old. So I started training and I started getting pretty good at it, or better than I was at least, to get recognition from colleges. And I had a few recruiting me, and one of them was Jay here at Drake, our coach. And he was really good. He seemed to believe in me, and Drake just seems like a really good fit. Small school, and we have a really close-knit group here, and that was kind of I could see that from talking to the coach and talking to the teammates before I came over here. So the practice schedule is it's 6 days a week. We'll do 2 workouts a week, and I'll do hurdles once a week, just going through jumping over hurdles and techniques and going over the barrier. Kind of struggled with the water jump last year, so it's been something I've been really trying to work on. But yeah, so we've just been going through the training. I haven't really raced yet outdoor. I did one 5K down in California, which was pretty good, but I had a bit of an injury, so I was cross training for a week and a half. But I think I'm back to normal now, and hopefully I'll be able to run fast on Thursday. So I competed in the steeplechase last year as well, which was so much fun. Out of all the races I've done, competed for Drake, this relays was definitely my favorite last year. Better than conference, better than traveling to California last week. All of that. I just think the atmosphere is so good in the stadium, and it's nice to have the support of all the other students here at Drake. And yeah, it's just the vibes are you can't beat it. Just so different from other races. I've got this weird not this necklace. I've got a bead that I wear. My sister gave it to me. I've also got this ring, and it's kind of my mom has the same one. It just makes me feel closer to my family when I'm racing, and takes me back to my childhood and trusting in myself. Something to do with that. I don't really know, but I always race my V necklace. So that's kind of something that I always do, but I don't know. I get really hyped on race days. I always try and stay positive and energetic. But I actually haven't been home since Christmas 2020, so I've been here for over a year now, and I won't get to go back until mid-June. So I had to stay here last summer, and it's gone tough. It was just our borders were shut. I would have had to quarantine for 2 weeks, and the flights, because no one was going back to Australia, it was $11 grand in the summer just for a one-way. So I stayed here, and I just worked as much as I could here and got in some decent training, but I'm definitely looking forward to going home. That'll be amazing. Pretty tough, but just thankful to have such a supportive coach and teammates around me to make it a bit easier. Actually, you know what, I do have a little motto. It's my roommate will laugh at this if she sees it, but it's feel good, look good, race good. It's kind of if you do your hair, you think you look good and you feel good, therefore you race good. That's always my it's always my motto. I always say that. I always straighten my hair, do some braids, curl it, do something just so I look very put together, and hopefully when I'm running it will follow. You can tune into the steeplechase. It's at 6:27 p.m. And hopefully you are all coming down throughout the weekend. We've got some really good student athletes racing, and I think this is probably the best program we've had ever here at Drake, so because people can get out. And you can follow me on Instagram. It's just Brooke Mullins with 2 S's on the end.
Dude, that was my boss at the Bell Center.
Did you get your shift covered? Dude, you're done.
And now for sports.
Yep.
They're still running.
Speaking of running, I'm running on an empty stomach. Do you happen to have a granola bar?
I wish. All I have to offer is a raw protein and egg white.
Ew, what the hell?
Hey, I get all my meal plan ideas from the band boys that come into the Bell Center every day. They know how to get it right.
Ew, what else do athletes eat?
Let's find out. Our next segment features snacks that Drake student athletes try on a daily basis. Let's go to Maddie and Olin.
Hey guys, I'm Olin again. This is Maddie. We're about to do a segment we like to call Relays Taste Testing. Today we're going to taste a few different snacks that were suggested to us by some Drake student athletes. So let's get to it.
So our first snack is pretty underwhelming because a D1 runner athlete gave this to us, and it is peanut butter with rice cakes. So we're going to try that. So you can grab that.
Very tasty.
I don't remember the last time I ate a rice cake, so we'll see how this goes.
I think I was in 3rd grade. This just doesn't count as food. Like, how would you know if this was any different from styrofoam?
I have no idea. They could have given us styrofoam, and I would not have even known.
There's not even any salt on it. What did you say? This is cinnamon? Where?
I could not imagine eating this.
I would never seek this food out.
How do you get this out of your teeth before a race? I feel like I'm chewing forever.
I mean, no wonder they can run like 3 or 4 miles in 15 minutes. Like, if you were eating that, you would be basically just like paper floating through the wind.
At least we got like protein maybe from the peanut butter. I don't really know.
No, we're gonna test another food. This one actually suggested by a sprinter, Galarad, another person of the Drake University track team. So, he suggested that we eat a birthday cake protein bar. And you know, when you only celebrate your birthday once a year, why not just celebrate it every day with this beautiful little protein bar?
This looks so bad. I'm gonna be real with you guys.
It's stuck to the plate.
Oh, it is.
It is literally stuck to the plate.
It feels like Play-Doh.
Like,
I thought it was melted when I grabbed it at first, but it's actually like Play-Doh. This is the most colorful thing that we're eating today, which is sad because there's like barely any color in it. Oh, you already took a bite?
Smell it.
Why does it smell like a candle?
That's what I was thinking. It doesn't smell. It smells so artificial.
It just gets worse as you eat it.
I actually don't think this is that bad, but like birthday cake? Like, this tastes nothing like birthday cake. This has no birthday cake essence.
I feel like if I ran the 100 after eating this, I'd throw up after the 100.
Yeah, for sure.
This is not a sprinter snack. This is a nice sit down on the couch and watch sprinters sprint.
These people need to, like, discover,
it's
like, they need to start buying Cheetos or something. Just
it's
like,
so sticky. I'm just gonna wipe it on my pants.
You don't need to save the sugar that badly.
No. I don't think there's any protein in that. It says there's protein, but I don't know where you're getting the protein.
Protein mush would be a better term for this than bar.
A Play-Doh bar.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have our last and final taste testing, which I think this will be the best because this is kind of like a normal snack. We have some yogurt pretzels from the C-store, and this is submitted by Lillian B. She's actually a rower here at Drake. And honestly, I don't understand why she's even making the hassle to the C-store. She might as well just grab a fish out of the water and eat that while she's rowing. So I guess we're going to try these yogurt pretzels.
These would be easy to take onto a boat, though.
True. But when they get soggy?
That's a really good point.
Mm.
They probably keep them in a baggie or something.
So I don't taste pretzels. And I don't taste yogurt. I don't know what I taste, to be honest.
These actually are very, like, these are very bland yogurt-covered pretzels. Like, normally I keep my standards pretty high for these. Like, It's a relatively easy thing to make, so I think like it takes a lot to impress me, but not impressed.
I can tell that there's not a lot of sugar in here, and for me, I like as much sugar as possible.
I think what we've learned by doing this is just simply that we will never be Drake athletes.
Yeah, and this makes us understand why Drake athletes are so bland, because the things that they eat are so bland.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would have little to talk about if this is what I'd be eating.
If I was sitting around a table with other athletes eating my favorite athlete snack and it was peanut butter rice cakes, no. Never.
It's still stuck. Like what amazes me is if like we're looking at food.
It doesn't look like food.
It doesn't look like food.
It really doesn't.
No.
Not at all.
Well, we really hope you guys did enjoy this. We hope you gained a little bit of insight. And now, we're going to take it back to you guys, your lovely DBS hosts. Take it away, Patty and Emma.
I think I'll just stick with my $7 microwavable meal from the C-store. Thanks.
I mean, sure, if you like getting clogged arteries and dying at 30. I'm surprised these athletes could find anything healthy to eat. People are always complaining about the food here. It's me. I'm people.
Yeah, making fun of Drake is practically a sporting event of its own at this point, which is why we brought in a real professional to explain how it's done.
That's right. The past week, DVS correspondent Zoe spoke with the minds behind the popular Instagram accounts Griff Stroll and Marty Martini.
Hi, my name is Zoe Tadauskis, and my life is pretty crazy. I had the pleasure of interviewing two of Drake's most famous Instagram meme accounts, aka Griff Stroll and Marty Martini 64. And you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. And honestly, so am I. But it all started back in the beginning of 2022, when I decided to apply for the DBS Relays Board, and had the idea for this exclusive Instagram interview. So without further ado, Griff Stroll and Marty Martini 64. And now, Griff Stroll, I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here today. Is it alright if I call you Miss Stroll?
Yes, of course.
Why did you start this account?
I originally started it because I followed this pretty big account for a state school for where I'm from, and some of my friends were just kind of joking, like, oh, we should have something like that for Drake. So I was like, oh, sure, why not? And I just kind of post, like, random thoughts that I have, kind of like mirroring this other account a little bit, but I just take it on like my own twist now, and I just like, I don't know, it's very much like, I think, good to have an outlet to get, like, kind of negative thoughts out about the school in a more fun way that everyone can relate to, rather than just pretending like everything's, like, awesome and amazing all the time.
How did you pick your username? It's so specific and so unique.
The account that I got my original inspiration from has, like, a similar, like, funny name. It's Goldie Dockstrap from the University of Minnesota, so I kind of thought, like, oh, I might as well pick our mascot and then just pick something funny. I had a few other names, so I don't really remember them, but then I just thought that, like, could still sounded better.
And are you completely anonymous, or are there people out there who do know who you are behind the mask and behind the screen?
There's definitely a handful of people who know. Sometimes when I go out, I get people asking me if it's me, but I try to keep it secret, but I do have a tendency to accidentally let it slip up pretty frequently.
What do you think Marty Martin's thoughts would be if he saw your account or the post that you make?
Maybe he would love it. I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe he would guffaw a little bit, but at the same time, I think that he would probably deep down hate it a lot.
Were you surprised about the attention or the support that you got on your account when you first took off?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was really surprised. I thought that, like, I was probably gonna max out at, like, 100 followers, but it's been doing pretty good recently, and it's a lot of fun to just, like, I meet a lot of new people and just, like, see what a lot of people have to say about the stuff that I make.
Would you like to address any rumors or gossip that's been going around?
I I don't post Yik-Yak about myself. Sometimes on Yik-Yak it goes like, post like, oh, Chris Steele's hot or something like that, and then all the replies are like, Chris Steele posted this, but like, I did that.
And now, what's the most shocking DM you've got on the Gristdrool account? And what did it say?
I can't think of anything specific, but I do get a lot of people who are pretty flirty with me. It's pretty funny. I get a little shocked just because, like, all the people know is that, like, I'm a girl who's on campus, but I think it's, like, honestly, I do think it's pretty funny when people, like, are kind of flirty.
Are you in communications with or in rivalry with the other Instagram accounts about Drake?
Definitely in a rivalry. I'm super, super, super close with taking Risky Affirmations, and I do talk to, like, Fast Dungeon and Mighty Martini sometimes. I don't really know who they are, but it's still fun to just, like, chat with them in the DMs and stuff like that.
Do you have anything else to add, Ms. Drool?
I just want to say that I'm very thankful for, like, everyone who follows and everyone who likes my stuff. I don't really, like, check, honestly, that much, like, how many likes I get for anything like that, but I always, like, read comments and I always, like, answer DMs and stuff like that if, like, anyone wants to chat.
Thank you, Marty Martini64, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit down with us today. May I refer to you as Mr. Martini?
You may.
All right, perfect. And now I'd like to start with some more general questions just about your account to kind of get a little bit of background information. So why did you decide to make this account?
Well, I was kind of bored. There was like some Dune article that came out in one of their magazines one year. I guess this would have been like last year, spring-ish, but one of them was like hypothetically Marty Martin, who I think this was OnlyFans. It's not important, but that's where I got the name from. And like kind of also the idea to just do like social media stuff.
And I want to touch on your thoughts on the other Drake Instagram accounts. Do you have communications with them? Are you all in one kind of big group chat where you talk about things?
Some of us are. Well, Fat Dungeon is like, we're good friends. I don't know who they actually are, and they don't know who I actually am. But we're friends, I guess.
What's the most shocking DM you have received as Marty Martini64?
There's one, like, Drake alumni account that I'm pretty sure thinks I am Marty Martin. Because they keep tagging me in their, like, official posts with, like, Drake University and Griff and, like, some alumni thing. And then it's just me, and I'm like, I don't think that's who you want. And I get a DM, like, every time they tag me in something. It's very comical.
So what are your plans after you graduate? Will you give the account to an underclassman or just let it die?
I think the thing is, pretty much anyone who, like, takes over the account that I have would have to try and somehow replicate the tone that I have and everything. And I feel like I have kind of a very recognizable, like, tone to things. And I don't really know anyone who also has that, and also who would, like, want to take over the account. So probably once I graduate, it'll just, like, die off or something.
Now, Mr. Martini, I'd like to switch over our topic and our focus to something a little bit more recent, specifically your endeavor into the world of merchandise. So why did you decide to make merch?
I don't remember who did, but there were, like, multiple people who asked me if I was going to. And then I was like, I mean, I could. And then I, like, put up a little poll that was, would anyone actually buy this? And a few people said yes. Like, a non-insignificant amount of people. So I was like, I mean, I guess so. Also, I have, like, spent money on some of the things I've done. So I guess it might be fun to, like, maybe make some of that back.
Why did they have a bag on their head? I couldn't tell who it was.
That's the point. Griff's drool is an anonymous user.
But they're not anonymous. It was just right there.
Whatever.
I'm on to you, bucko.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's show.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to catch our last relay show this Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m.
Yes, we'll have coverage of the Peasants Tent and the Relays concert, as well as many minutes of wholesome fun.
You won't want to miss it.
I won't miss hosting with you, Patty. I'll really miss hosting with you.
Aww, I wish we could do this every week.
Yeah. Bye!